Welcome to CarTok, where we talk everything about car. In our previous episode, you have seen how Proton R3 peaked with the Satria Neo. You have also seen how Proton R3 started with the Satria R3. In this episode, let's talk about this, my car and Kishaan's car on Proton Iriz, the best that never was, the one that should be the best R3 car ever but never happened.
This video is brought to you by Cars International, Malaysia's car beauty expert with 50 more base centers nationwide.
Let's rewind back to time in the early 2010. After Satria Neo launches for a few years, then Proton at that time even managed to participate in Geneva Auto Show with a series of hung series concept car, which eventually became the Preware and also this Iriz. So back then, one of the key projects that under Proton was Global Small Car Project. They even managed to find the famous design firm, if I'm not mistaken, it's Jujaro, to design the Proton Iriz concept, if you remember back then. Then from Proton Iriz, they slowly evolved, and in 2013-2014, the Proton Iriz launches. Ladies and gentlemen, the name of this project is called Global Small Car, which is the intention of Proton back then. For the record, Proton spent 560 million on R&D to produce this car back then. It came with a lot of specs, 1.3 manual, 1.3 CVT, 1.6 CVT, and even a 1.6 manual. After the 1.6 manual being released, there are a lot of speculations saying that Proton should launch a high-performance version of the Proton Iriz, aka the Iriz GTI, aka the Iriz R3. There are also rumors that at the time, Proton is seeking collaboration or collaborating with our national oil, Petronas, to design the all-new engine which replaces the CamPro VVT. And if you know, back then, Proton CamPro is famous for being a fuel guzzler engine that are not in the same line and not compatible with the DVVT engine that might be uses. So Petronas collaborate with Proton to have a car with an engine developed by a petrol company, and 1.3 liter turbo is what we know back then with 6-speed manual. Back then, if you look at the spec sheet, for this 1.6 liter manual, it only generates about 109 horsepower. 0 to 100 time is not a really interesting 10-second-ish. But if that engine happens, 1.3 liter turbo happens, it will have close to 140 horsepower and close to 200 Nm of torque, and 0 to 100 time will be less than 8 seconds. But all of those sounds too good to be true, and it keeps us excited for a long time. What happened next? Proton in a financial issue, then Global Small Car Project unable to go global. They're only able to export to Indonesia as opposed to Europe in the original plan. Geely came in, Geely by Proton. Geely shut down the whole project under Proton Iriz, and all we have is the 1.3 and 1.6 CamPro VVT with CVT and 5-speed manual. That's it. There's no more hot hatch version. The higher the hope, the higher the disappointment. It's not just us as car fans interested and excited about a high-performance Proton Iriz. Proton themselves has also tried their best to market this car as a useful and sporty hatchback. R3 division themselves has used Proton Iriz and participated in numbers of Sepang S1K races. In the international platform, Proton Iriz is also known for a R5 rally car, but that rally car has nothing to do with Proton or what we can buy actually. That Proton Iriz R5 uses a Mitsubishi Evo 10 4B11 engine, and all of them are bespoke rally racers part. But at least it actually managed to create a great impression or a great room of imagination for us as an automotive enthusiast. Apart all the story, back then when I'm shopping for my first car, there's one particular picture that inspired me to purchase my first car ever, the Proton Iriz 1.3 manual. Why? Because it's a very interesting idea for me to have a car that are ready to race yet nice to drive on the road. So that particular car looked very similar to what my friend here has done, with the R3 rims and the R3 body kit whatnot. So who say R3 does not help to sell car? I'm the one who being Rajun, and I'm the one who purchased the car. And let's continue the storyline. After Geely brought over Proton, R3 seems to be not so significant anymore. And as a car guy, as an automotive enthusiast, we have been keeping on waiting and waiting for the rumored Proton Iriz R3 with the specs that we all can only dream for example, the 6-speed manual, the high revving engine, or a small capacity turbo engine with a bespoke suspension tuning, whatnot. But it didn't happen. Proton R3 slowly become a sticker tune company with body kits on it. The final part that literally put our hope into coffin, put the nail into the coffin, is when Proton releases the R3 Commemorate Edition with a black color body and a yellow color body kit. Back then, I vividly remember, I swear to myself, if Iriz R3 with proper performance modification from factory releases to the market, I will trade in my car and buy that instead. But what happened is, it's just body kit. So what do? We know that this car has a very great chassis, a very great body, a very big potential, but Proton or R3 are not able to fulfill their potential, not able to push the potential to the maximum. Hence the main speaking, the best that never was. It's a car that fits to the global standard, yet it does not have the firepower. The handling and the right handling of this car can put some other Continental car into shame, but it just lack of the firepower. So what do? Our friend here, Kishaan, he built his own R3. Let's remember that Proton has spent 560 million in R&D for Proton Irizes. Guess how many Proton Irizes has been sold by Proton since 2013 or 2014? The number is, if I'm correct, is less than 100,000 units. So, give or take plus minus, Proton at the moment still need to recoup more than 5,600 ringgit per unit of Proton Irizes that sell to recoup the R&D cost. Given on this marketing plan, or should I say given on this marketing portfolio, a business plan, a business model, it's not hard to understand why Proton management or Geely management decided not to provide this bespoke treatment to Proton Iriz. I can quite sure that if they do this, then I will not be able to make any money at all. Even worse, they will lose money from doing it. Hence the reason why they're only willing to release a marketing purpose only R3 Commemorate Edition with body kit. Nothing more than that. So enough of those stories, and let's us feel how does this car feels like to drive and will be ridden in with the proud owner, Kishaan.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
So joining me with here is Kishaan, whom I know after I buy my Iriz, we are all in the same group of Iriz club member, where we are not those who uses Iriz to go shopping more or go to Tesco.
We still do it once in a while.
Yeah, we mainly use it to do something stupid. Go to Sepang or go to Genting, Oluyap. So, okay, question is, Kishaan is also quite similarly in terms of age. So, why you buy Iriz as a first car, Kishaan?
Why Iriz the first car is because, first of all, budget. Okay, so if I'm going to talk about a compact car, at that point of time when I bought it, below 30,000, my options were the Myvi.
Yep,
Number two, the Iriz or Satria Neo. But at that point, the Satria Neo, I couldn't loan one because it's over 9 years. And it's an aging body. I mean, let's push aside the price itself. Okay. But it's an aging body, so I wanted to play with something like a newer chassis, like something that's Proton has developed, you know? Like a newer chassis. So I went for the Iriz. And plus, influenced by all my circle. Because everyone at that point of time, they were driving Iriz. So I coincidentally, what made me buy one is because, you know, Shukri, we know, I mean,
our common friend.
Our common friend. So, and also my mechanic.
Okay.
So he let me drive his car as a second driver in Sepang. I drove his Iriz back in 2019, I think.
Yep.
So when I drove the car, I really fell in love with it. I was a 1.3 manual. He didn't make. I don't think his car was very heavily modded at that point.
Still fresh.
Still fresh, yeah. I think not much done to it. So at that point in time when I drove it, I was like, I really fell in love with the chassis. Like, imagine driving in a car that an Iriz, but your first time was driving it in Sepang. You didn't drive it in a regular road. So for me, it was a really fun experience because how the car behaves, the agility, you know, how the car rotates. And his car, I don't think it made much power.
1.3 is only 95.
Correct. 9.95 horse. So yeah, I mean, let's push aside the power, but the handling characteristics, the agility, and then how the car rotates in the corners. Like, I really fell in love with it. So when I went back home, I was just doing my research. I was trying to see what's the 1.6 manual cost. I wanted a 1.6 manual, and it's only like 500 ever made. They claim to be 500 ever made. Yes. So I found a unit, and then that's where my journey started off to having an Iriz.
You are being nurtured by our common friend back then.
Correct.
Yeah. may I know if there's any point of time where R3 actually came into play that influenced your car purchase to buy Proton Iriz?
That's like a part of it, but the most significant part was my circle and a lot of research that was done by myself. So as for R3, I didn't realize that up to some time they started having the R3 race cars. They built it for the Sepang 1000 kilometer, S1K, and then they had for the Iriz R5 rally. So that kind of inspired me with build. You know, like maybe not. I mean, we can't talk about the suspension and the engine because that's really developed in house by them. You know, they have all-in suspension.
That all-in is bespoke. You can't even buy it.
You can't even buy it. It's custom made just specifically for the car. So pushing that aside, like they even had the 4B11T NA version of that. They threw in that engine itself. So for me, on the engine side and the suspension side, of course, that was not in the picture. But then, what inspired me is because how that. I mean, I usually do watch their videos from time to time. You can see how those cars are able to compete with cars. It's a 1,000 kilometer. You have a lot of different cars. You know, Hondas. You know, so it was quite surprising to see how an R3 Iriz race car can you know, is able to not even catch up. I mean, I would say that they were on top of the list. You know, looking at how well they performed on track. So that kind of inspired me. Like, you know, like maybe we should. I mean, I'm not close to an Iriz race car, but perhaps try to make it something fun. You know, like a car with that much of power in hand, like having very very good handling, so it makes the car fun to drive. You know, stuff like that. So that's how R3 kind of influenced me.
So that's the moment when you think, okay, I'm not sure if it's the same mindset that you have with me, but for me, if Proton Iriz have an official R3 version, not the sticker one,
Correct.
the actual R3 with a super engine, a super suspension, would you consider to buy that?
I would have traded this car for that.
Same. Then because that don't have that, so now you are building your car.
Correct.
In that sense. So what philosophy or what R3 actually inspired you to pour into this car? For example, I can see we both uses the same set of wheel setup that releases because we really like that look of the race car there, the S650.
Correct.
And your car is also running on the wheels right now.
Correct.
And other than that, I think you are more of the, for example, a Proton GT4 or GT3 kind of look. So this is like your own GT4 version of
like a more budget version of this.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing to my car also.
Correct. So basically, how I always picture an Iriz is we don't make the highest number. You know, like compared to the modern Hondas. You know, you come out of factory, you have 120 horse, and on a lighter chassis, on a lighter body. This one comes from factory 109. It's a very, to be honest, it's a really slow engine. It's a really slow car.
Yes.
It's
0 to 100, it's more than 10 seconds.
Correct. I think 0 to 100 stock is 11 seconds.
Yes, mine is 13.
But you can still upstroke the car.
Yeah. Stop pushing me doing that.
So what I had in mind was I wanted a car which handles well. Like you see now, we have a lot of new cars in the market. You know, I mean, there's a lot of newer models and a lot of things, but I feel that a lot of cars nowadays, they don't have the soul.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I always look up to. You know, like for example, this is a car which now at the 1.6 manual now costs about 15 to 20k. But I don't feel that there's not much competitors out there for this price range to offer a car which has this kind of soul. Like you see the body of this car itself. Let's just talk about the body. Like NCAP 5-star rating. It's such a solid chassis.
Yes.
And people come up to me and say that, to do up an Iriz, you need to put this, that, stage 3 bars, stage 4 bars all over the car. Yeah, you don't need. For me, I'm not running that as much as bars as that. I'm running just a strut bar and roll bar.
That's just for the handling purpose.
Just for the handling purpose to make the already stiffer chassis, you're making it stiffer.
Yes.
Yeah, so for me,
and the body is heavy.
And the body is heavy, yes, of course. So for me, the main goal of this car is I wanted to make it a handling monster, basically. I just wanted the car to handle really well, given that that's the only amount of horsepower that I have. Like currently, this one makes about 122. I know.
We will talk about it later.
We'll talk about that later. Basically, there's no point of you having 150 horse and you can't put down power on the road.
Correct.
So I just wanted a car to have, like, with the current numbers that I have, I've just maximized the handling capability of this car. So that was my main goal, and to have one in the car, of course. Yeah.
So do you agree with me that after Proton Iriz, Proton lineup after that are all quite dull and boring?
It kind of sucks, to be honest.
I can't say that, but you can.
Yeah. So, but they came up with the
X50.
For me, Proton, after the Iriz, they had a whole different market idea.
Yep.
So they came up with the S70. They had the partnership with Geely. So their entire spectrum kind of changed. Shifted. So they never actually. I feel that if Proton were to still be a standalone brand, I feel they would have done something to replace this current model. because I heard a lot of rumors saying that they're coming up with a 1.5 turbo, 1.3 turbo. There was a lot of rumors going around. So I was even talking to my friend Shukri, I was asking him about, like, will there be a possibility that, you know, the chassis will be maintained as is, but the engine is going to be, you know,
1.5 turbo,
1.5 turbo.
X50.
Correct. That would be a really good. I mean, for example, you will 2-3 years down the road, the half cuts will start to pop up. So maybe there's a way for you to swap that engine.
But you want me to have a Proton Iriz with a 1.5 turbo?
Yeah, there will be. I mean, if you have that engine inside this car, I feel that you're faster than half of the people on the road, right? Yeah, so that's the thing. So yeah, it's kind of sad that Proton actually stopped making, I would say, good cars. You know, like something their own standalone brand that the pride they carry. Like, you know, from all the.
It's quite debatable because at the moment, Proton, it make good cars for the normal consumers.
Correct.
So they have cars with bigger screens, more safety features,
Correct.
faster.
Correct.
No, you can't say they are not fast because X50 with the TGDI is quite fast.
Correct.
X70, but the lack of the soul, the lack of the connectivity to the driver,
Correct.
it just don't feel that fun to drive those cars as opposed to like our car, Iris. Like you can't do that.
Yeah, correct. You can't do that. So, like I said, the newer cars, they really cater to the market. Like what a lot of people are looking for. Like for 100, like for me, no doubt I would say that I even test drove a S70. For me, a car at 100,000 price range, I mean at a price bracket, it's a really good car. I don't think that for that price range you can get any better than that, to be honest. Because the direct competitive for that is it a Civic? Vios, okay, the Vios, the direct competitor. Even that costs 100k, you know. So for the price and the features and the looks of the car itself and the size of the car is even bigger than the Vios, to be honest. It's a really nice car to drive, but I feel that they cater to the most number of market, the most people, the most.
But it doesn't feel that connected to the driver anymore.
Correct. So they, for me, I would say personally, I mean, this is just my opinion. I feel that they stopped making a driver's car.
Yep.
There are not many cars having the same characteristic, having the same mindset. They did not make. They stopped making driver's cars. Yeah.
For me, because Proton Iriz, let's face it, me and you are just typical 90s kid.
Correct.
We are not from a well-to-do silver spoon family.
Correct.
So the car that we can afford with given our normal salary, normal income, will be cars that are below 40 to 50 to 40,000.
Oh, we don't buy cars with our parents' money, all our own money.
Yeah, if your father is Robert Koch, then you have all the Lambos and Porsches.
Correct. We wouldn't be driving this.
You'll be driving that car. But because then we are looking for a car that are fun to drive, affordable, and actually have an image just like Satya back then.
Correct.
But at the moment, sad to say, there's nothing like this in the market. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. There's nothing that you can buy.
Even the new car under 100,000, they are really similar to Iris. I don't even need to say it's a manual.
Yeah.
It's just a fun to drive car under 100,000, similar like Iris.
Under 100,000 now would be the Swiss Sport, and also the Myvi Gen 3. They used to have a manual 1.3 version.
Swiss Sport, that one over the league.
Over the league already, correct. It's 140 horse already.
No, I mean Swiss Sport, it's brand new because now we're talking about recon cars.
Correct, recon cars. Correct.
But we're saying brand new cars, right? They don't have that.
Correct.
So this is like the only choice we have that can be affordable for somebody with a 3,000 or 4,000 salary.
Correct. So, it's kind of sad because I really wish that for Myvis, for the Produas, I hope they had a 1.5 manual option. But no, they only stopped at the, I think, is it a G spec? Is it an X spec? I think it's an X or G. They had a 1.3 manual Gen 3 and then they stopped production.
I almost bought that.
Yeah.
I almost bought that.
That's a very good car as well.
Yeah.
So I feel that these are the only two cars which is available, which both of them stopped production.
But I bought Iris instead.
You bought Iris instead. It's a good choice anyways.
It's cheaper. But I am quite sure the Mighty 1.3 is faster.
Correct. And would have full better resale value also.
I can't say that. But yeah, let's rewind the time back to 10 years ago.
Correct.
Or 20 years ago. I think we are belong to the kind of youth that we would go for Satya.
Correct.
Or Satya R3, right?
I wish that my dad bought a Satya R3 or Satya GTI back then. At least I could have continued. That's actually up to today.
Yeah.
That's actually the car that I really want. If I had the financial capability, I would buy a bone stock Satya GTI. And I feel I would like to daily the car because I've driven a few. It's such a good chassis, like a C99 Satya GTI body. So this one maybe would not mean because that was actually branded by Proton as a sports car, you know.
This was not just we tried to make it.
Yeah. It's not for. I mean, many would question you like why this car.
But actually, it's kind of surprising that what Proton intend to sell as a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Literally speaking, this is just a shopping cart.
Yeah, correct.
It drives so well. So what the heck Proton was doing back then? If you tell me that they do not intend to launch a high performance version, I would not believe it because the steering rack, the chassis is way too good for that purpose.
Correct.
So it's quite a shame.
Correct.
Then down the road,
After Proton has gone, no more R3 down the road. We are still quite relatively young.
Correct.
Before 30, what do you think our future will be, or what kind of car that we can excited for in our near future?
Let's talk about Proton itself, right? Like
Other brand also can.
Yeah,
Up to you. Because Proton or the local automotive scene, we all know Type R, that's fantastic.
Correct.
That goes without saying. We all know Super, fantastic.
Yeah.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
But we are talking something that for the youth generation or for the normal average person, not silver spoon. Do you think
Correct.
down the road those kind of cars still accessible, still available? I can't find any.
I don't know. I don't think so. Like, unless this younger generation, they option for a used car. I mean, that's the only option they have, I guess. So
Some buy our used car.
correct.
So that we can buy.
So they can buy a new car. They carry on what we left.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, would you ever sell your Iriz? I don't think you would.
No, I would.
Yeah, same.
The same. You would. It sounds so sad, yeah.
That's the reality of these cars, lah. Like, they are fun to drive, but I would say it's underappreciated, to be honest.
Yes, it's very
It's
underappreciated. The sales volume sucks.
Correct.
As a mass manufactured car,
Yeah.
the sales for Iriz is significant.
Yeah, like this car can, I mean, you can put a Iriz in the market for 2 years, and a 1 year release of a Beza or Myvi can overtake this anytime.
Anytime. Because this car sell for 10 years and it
Correct.
sell less than 100,000.
Correct.
Which is quite bad.
Yeah, that's bad. And the resale value of this car, like, look at 1.3 manual now costs about 6,000-7,000 already. Is that cheap? Is that bad? I mean, yours is newer.
It's still the same.
Yeah.
But I'm not really keen of talking about resale value because you buy the car to
Correct.
expect it to be
To
sold.
enjoy, yeah.
To enjoy.
Yeah.
But then when you are, like, say now millennials, we are millennials, so the 2010 kids, 2000 kids, when they wanted to enjoy cars, there's no cheap option. We
Correct.
all know Type R are fantastic, but we
Correct.
also know that Type R are not for average person like us.
Correct.
So down the road, there's nothing like this anymore, and it makes me very sad.
Yeah.
I can't see silver lining. Under 100,000 cars are all getting quite bought.
We have just chit-chat with Kishaan on the car, on how the car feel like to drive, what our understanding of the car, the story about car. And now let's invite Kishaan together to talk about what he has done to his Proton Iriz. So Kishaan, come, let's start. Let's talk about the engine bay.
So, nothing much. It's just like any other regular Campros you'd see lah. So
Probability 1.6.
1.6, correct.
Yeah.
So 1.6 from factory. So it's I'm running a 421
Extractor.
Marco extractor. It's a discontinued stuff, and then a 60mm Audi A3 throttle body.
Total body to enlarge is, the original is 36 or 32?
Original is 52mm.
52. You make
Yeah.
it bigger or
Yeah,
smaller?
it's bigger from factory.
Ah.
Apparently, it's plug and play for the most Campros lah. It's a normal mod for most of the Campro guys out there.
Okay.
So it's a 60mm Audi A3 throttle body.
From 52 to 60.
52 to 60, correct.
Okay.
So I paired it with a 3.5-inch ram pipe, open port intake.
This one, the custom
Correct.
piece.
It's a cold air intake lah. I came up with a heat shield as well.
So who did this?
K1 exhaust.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so I bought the box and I gave them to fabricate the piping and all the brackets lah.
Okay.
So I did a bumper cut also. So just direct airflow lah all the way to the engine.
Just like a
Yes, all the
fabricated
way.
ram air intake.
Ram
like
air
that.
intake, correct. So it's basically to not allow to not heat soak lah. So my car doesn't heat soak. Other than that, engine is never been touched. Internals are not been touched.
Yeah, just this accessory, your works.
Correct. The works cap over there, and then I'm running Aerospeed lightweight adjustable cam pulley.
Okay.
That's number one. And number two, I used to run a R3 undersized crank pulley. So after that, I came across a better deal, which was Mythology lightened. Same size, is not undersized. It's the same size, but it's running Mythology lightweight crank pulley. So this one has a dampener, so to dampen most of the vibrations you're going to the crankshaft.
So it does not feel that harsh to drive, right?
In terms of driving feel, I feel
Same.
the R3 felt a bit more lively because it's undersized, so lesser load is required to spin the pulley. So this one is the same size, but it comes with a dampener. So people say at high RPMs, it's better to the crankshaft, lesser vibrations.
Oh, so you have R3 parts previously.
Yeah, R3 undersized crank pulley, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I took it off and I sold it to a friend. So I bought over a Mythology crank pulley, and other than that, yeah, I think that's about it. Internals are stock. The
There's no
clutch is stock.
pass, there's nothing.
Nope, nothing. So, it's running a remap lah. I just remapped the ECU, that's all.
Okay,
Yeah,
understood.
so other than that, the clutch is also the standard Proton XZT clutch. Other than that, no, nothing. I think that's pretty much it lah.
So the drivetrain, only the engine slightly touch up, a remap. Then you have that short shifter.
Short shifter is well.
And that's it.
Yes, that's all. That's about it lah. The short shifter more towards the driving feel, correct.
Yeah, just for more short throw.
Correct.
Yep,
So,
and also recommended by Kishaan.
yeah, correct. So, just the remap to touch up the hardware changes on the car. Other than that, it's it's pretty much as is lah. Nothing
So
much.
when it comes to the exterior, right? Because what I know, just a small minor detail back then. You know this badge? Do you notice that your one is gold color?
Correct.
So it's only for 1.6 back then.
Oh really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
The modern ones is a 3D type logo, right? The
And this
modern-
era is supposed to be silver.
I see. Correct.
So only some certain limited models gold.
Gold. Okay.
And then
okay.
after that, from my era, it's all the
the 3D chrome type.
Harima, the Thundercat.
Thunder. Okay. Understand.
The Thundercat stuff. So now the exterior part, I know your previous version, you've done it in the more aggressive and functional aeros.
Correct.
But it's not too overkill. Okay, can you talk about the exterior of this car? that you've
The
done?
exterior, I've kept it as, I mean, I've not made any changes to the body itself. I just rolled the rear fenders to allow the lower ride height.
Yep.
And
So
other than that,
we talk about the
Can.
here. Think you have rolled the fenders and
correct.
front
The
wheel here.
front fender is just pulled out a little bit. The rears is rolled to because to not allow the
Yep.
thing to bump against the body. Rims are the R3 two tones,
Yes.
which is the first model of I think R3 is ever sold. It's the R3 two-tone rim, which my friend of mine, Afiq, by the way, he sold it to me. And I bought it over from him because I always wanted the two-tone look. So the chrome lip and the grey color, the body itself.
Back then, mine was this, but in a bronze color.
Correct.
Make it look like Subaru.
Yeah. I also have another Advanti SF50 which looks exactly like this, but it's a slightly less aggressive offset. It's ET37, this one is 35, 7J.
So it's about 2 or 3.
Correct, just a bit.
Just a bit,
Yeah. So tires are Potenza RE004 on the front, rear is Champiro SX2 GT radial.
Yep. Then the most important, okay, the elephant in the room. What suspension you're running on?
Okay, suspension BC Racing V1. I used to run 01s, but didn't quite like the how the suspension felt like, so I upgraded it to BC Racing V1. Stock springs were 6K front, 5.5K rear. I changed it to 8.2K front, and rear is about 6K.
Yep.
So it's bumped up the spring rate, and the absorber itself has been revolved, so it's slightly stiffer than how it used to be.
It's alright. It's
alright, yeah.
It's
So, I mean,
alright.
for this body, the 8K 6K combo is I kind of like it lah. The car throws in into the corner and the
Just hold there.
Yeah, correct. And it rolls quite nicely as well. So kind of got used to the setup. And then other than that, handling mods, my strut bars, anti-roll bar, there's one mid brace bar, and then strut bar. Yeah, that's just those three lah.
So that just to make the steering turn in more sharp, right?
Just to make the entire chassis stiffer. Yeah, that's the idea behind it. And to reduce this car hardly oversteers, but just
You
to
want to induce a bit
induce
oversteer.
yes, correct.
Okay.
So yeah, that's about it on the exterior. And I used to run a front lip, but yeah, I don't have it now, unfortunately.
But your car, because it's a 1.6 premium back then for the manual version, so it actually came with those body kit. It's a 2-piece body kit.
Correct.
And the
It comes
front
from
end-
factory. Correct.
Yeah, it comes
And,
from factory.
Yeah. So the one basically is a 1.6 body kit lah.
This one?
That one is a Drive 68 R3 look-alike spoiler.
Yep. The race car look alike.
Correct. I got it from Street Garage. I think it costed about 350 back then.
Yeah, so-
It's to just replace the OEM look lah.
It's
Is it sharper, just a bit more pointier?
It's a pointier.
Correct,
Just
correct.
a longer and pointier.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so I didn't want to run a GT wing because of the drag. I mean, the car's already, it is not making much horsepower.
No,
anyways.
you don't need a GT
Yeah,
wing, come
yeah,
on.
yeah. So that's about it
It's
on
not
the-
fast. The
and-
best part of your car I like is this.
Correct.
It's very, the offset is just nice.
Just nice, yeah.
And
correct.
it's very beefy.
Yes, correct. Very beefy setup to it.
It's just similar to the R3 race car.
Correct.
Very
They made
similar.
it look very aggressive on the sidewalls.
Yeah, it's very race car inspired kind of feeling.
Right. Then other than that, from the exhaust side, I'm running a 2-inch piping from the extractor to the center bullet, the resonator. And from the resonator to my muffler is 2.3 inches.
This is 2.3 inches?
No, the piping to the inlet is 2.3.
That is
The,
for the
the
piping.
outlet of this muffler is 3.72.
Yep, okay.
It's a GT box hyper ref, and my center resonator is a HKS, and the extractor is a Marco 41.
So I can tell that the bumper and everything is just very nicely fit and finished.
Yeah, I did a cut to it, so to raise the muffler just along the body line.
I got a feeling if R3 Iriz is going to be launched with a proper one, it will look like this.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, sad to see that the entire R3 development and the entire team is yeah.
But this is exactly what I have imagined myself.
Correct.
If R3 will ever launch an Iriz.
Correct. I mean, it's not much, but just things to keep it functional.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I can see you do the rear windscreen wiper delete.
Correct. Yeah, because actually, to be honest, that one was a different story. My wiper motor fuse kept blowing, so I decided
You
to
get
just
annoyed.
Yeah, I got annoyed, so I just took it off. I just deleted the whole wiper itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the exterior part, I can see you are going for the street race car white. And
I tried to keep it very minimalistic, actually.
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's just
not
good
much
enough.
done to it. Yeah.
So now let's talk about the interior.
We shall. So
Yep.
Interior wise, start from the meters, the gauges. So I'm running a Luffy OBD tool. I mean a meter. So it's giving me the RPM, speedo. It's giving me water temperatures, throttle position sensor reading, and all the other parameters.
The OBD reading.
Correct. Yeah, the voltage and all the stuff like that. So other than that, I'm running 2 extra gauges, which is the FE oil temp and the works oil pressure gauges lah. And then other than that, because just to monitor your temperatures and pressures, which is very vital for the engine.
Yep, you have
Other
to
than that,
UCSS.
Yeah, correct. And then Android player, and then I'm running a Aerospeed short hub with the Aerospeed quick release, Momo tuner. Other than that, on the driver's side, I'm running a SSK's full bucket seat Apex. SSK's Apex full bucket. For the passenger, so it's a semi buckets lah. On the passenger side, is run SSK's semi buckets.
So it's very clean and minimalistic. And underneath
correct.
your Kamato is the R3 carpet,
R3
right?
carpet, yes, correct. I can just lift it and have a look. I forgot to remove. Yeah, it's R3 carpets lah. Correct.
So sadly speaking, the whole car, the actual R3 original product you're using is only 2.
Correct. As of now, it's only 2 lah.
Three. Your rim, the carpet.
The rim and the carpet. That's the only things That's the only thing I have. I wanted to get the R3 knob, the
round
knob.
one.
Yeah, the aluminum knob.
for the new one.
Yeah, but it's just too expensive, and I can't seem to find a good condition one.
Mostly it's worn already.
Yeah, correct. So yeah, I'm just using a carbon fiber smaller knob lah, just for easier shifting.
So
Running a short shifter as well. Other than that, sound system, subwoofer, and then JBL speakers front and back. I think that's pretty much it. On the interior
it's
side.
quite minimal.
Driver centric, like I kept it very driver centric.
Driver centric, minimalist, in a very well kept interior.
Correct.
So is there any other future plans for your Iris?
So I do. I do plan to turbo the car.
Oh!
So, let's see how that goes. So the plan is to keep it as OEM as possible as is.
Until you got bored and have money to do other stuff.
Correct.
You want
Until I have
turbo
the
the
budget.
car?
Yeah, so I'm planning to drop in a CFE engine into the car.
Savvy,
CFE.
CFE,
Suprema
which is the
S
1.6 turbo.
1.6 turbo.
Soft punch turbo.
Yes.
R3 was more than just a badge. It's not rosak, race, repair. It was a symbol for Malaysia car lovers, for racers, and for the dreamers. A cradle for the drivers, for the racers. A fate for the enthusiasts. But the harsh reality of business is this. R3 didn't make any financial sense. And Proton, being a business, has no choice but to shut it down for good. Will there be another R3 in the future? I don't know. But I do know that Malaysia used to have one of our own equivalent of Rally Art, our STI, and our Type R. If you know for the fact that in Japan, even legends like Rally Art, STI, and Nismo are struggling to survive, perhaps you can let go the fact that R3 need to close down for the greater goods. But deep down, I still hope that one day, Malaysia will have another brand that unites its car lovers once again. Just a few days after we have flamed our R3 trilogy, we have received news that Proton has officially stopped the production of Proton Iriz at 9th of September 2025, officially putting a stop on this model that has lasted for 11 years. Yes, I guess it's time for us to say goodbye for the Proton Iriz. And also, coincidentally, Proton Iriz. I guess we have to move on now.